Hi, I'm Melanie, DropSmart's founder, and if you've been following me or being a DropSmarter, you know that I'm big on essential oil chemistry. But today's question is it relevant? Is it really relevant? And how is it relevant to you? How is it relevant to your practice? How is it relevant to the essential oil? So today I'd like to give you an example of a chemical constituent that we often hear about, but is it really relevant? I'm going to ask you. So here you have blue chamomile or German chamomile, depending on which book you read. So when we talk about blue chamomile, we usually connect it to chamazolene. And that is, of course, because of its beautiful bluish or greenish color that comes from this interesting constituent. But if we take a look at the percentage, how much actually there is of this chamazolene in the essential oil, it varies, but it's very little. Here in this one, it's only 3%. So what we usually connect chamazolene to is anti-inflammatory. So bear with me here. The next example I want to show you is yarrow. So yarrow is another oil that we often read in books or we hear on some lectures, and the next thing you hear about yarrow is the chamazolene. Again, because of the color, and it's definitely relevant to know that even such a small percentage of chamazolene will bring this intense color to your essential oil. And this is important to know because you can color or stain your clothing, which I did, by the way, and it's really hard to get it off. So here I chose and I compared, and you have this tool in DropSmart, you can compare oils. I compared 4 different yarrows, and they are, from different parts of the world, although these two I wanted to show you, they're actually just very close, but very different in chemistry. And I'm going to scroll through all the beneficial stuff because that's not what we're talking about today. Beneficial properties. We're talking about, is this chemical constituent relevant? Do you actually need to pay so much attention to it? And if we take a look at the amount of chamazolene in yarrow, it can vary. It can vary a lot. So here we have less than 1%, but here we have 10%. And I've rarely seen anywhere in yarrow more than 10%. So I'm going to just pose another question of you. If we are paying so much attention to 10% of the essential oil, what about the rest of the story? It's just that I think all of it, it's good to know. It's great to have as much knowledge on essential oil as possible, but do we sometimes emphasize too much some things, and then because of that we lose track of importance or track of relevance of everything else? And with DropSmart, this is what I would like to bring your attention to. So for example, chamazolene, as I said, when we have oils with chamazolene, we like to connect it to the anti-inflammatory action, to the soothing of all sorts of pain and inflammation. But if we take a look here for these 4 different yarrows and we take a look at the percentage of the anti-inflammatory action, it's much larger than the amount of chamazolene there. And think it's great that it is, because we have all of these other wonderful chemical constituents in that we never talk about. I mean, did you know there's beta-pinene in yarrow? Did you know there's actually a bit of cineol? It just awareness of it. And why is this important? As an aromatherapy professional, it is important to keep up with these things. It is important to know what it is that we are talking about. It is important also, not just for us and for our own clarity and confidence in recommending these oils, in selling our products, in lecturing, or whatever it is that you do with essential oils. It is it is crucial sometimes for your client, for the other person, to have faith and trust in you. Because if you're going to tell them that you're going to use chamomile or yarrow for their inflammation, and it's because of this wonderful chemical constituents in there that is chamazolane, they just need to take a GCMS and see, okay, but what about the 90% of the rest of the oil? So I hope that this video was inspiring and that it is encouraging and brings you some more clarity. It is a really good question to ask whenever it is you're doing anything with essential oil or aromatherapy. Is it relevant? A lot of information that we read or find on essential oil, it can be overwhelming. There's a lot of scientific terms, there's a lot of information on so many aspects of the essential oil, but how is this relevant to me, to my practice, and to my client? I think that is a question we need to be asking a bit more often. So if this video was inspiring, it lit some light bulbs, and if it really clarified things for you, it gave you some tools and the right questions to ask, I really, really want to invite you to join me in the course I created. It's called Aroma Empress. It's for aromatherapy educators, and I share all my secrets with you. I take you in depth with this, with straightforward answers, with straightforward tips, and tons of downloadable material, very straightforward videos, and just take you on this journey with fun and confidence. So go on and click on the link below and join me and become my Aroma Empress. I'll see you there.